Taiew jong Chief Minister Startup CSR arjar puar kabala long hakanong ba lapan kunno hanya kesngi ka khandru tere kurisa arjar puar Hasir Convention Center Pinewood Hotel. Hakan kesngi ladan ki Jinghikai wa Jingimir Jingmut na bentagi Nongsengkam Lajong kabala Pleru na bentagi Samla Puli ki Jaka Puli ki nong tere sarkar kumju. Hakan ki Jinghikai Vijay Kumar Damera IAS Ubadeiru Commissioner and Secretary Jongka Planning Jongka Sarkar Jylla ulakran halor Jinghikai banwanra iki skill up loans ni nong krishan baper dan pentilun ni kam Lajong baseng ni Nongsengkam ke Jylla.
Now we are doing this startup week where we are bringing in stakeholders and having engaging conversations and figuring out ways of taking our entrepreneurship journey to the next level. Next week we are also having a range of tourism events and tourism festivals, which is again a very, very important pillar for the state's story. So in a sense, we are celebrating entrepreneurship, sports, startup. These are all part of the Meghalaya story, Meghalaya's growth story. As again our Commissioner Secretary just said, I think the vision for the state, this I keep saying, in fact this is the vision which our Honorable Chief Minister keeps articulating in every fora, is that if you look at Meghalaya today, Meghalaya, what is the population of Meghalaya? Meghalaya's population is about 38 lakhs, 3.8 million. So with 3.8 million people and a GDP of roughly 5 billion USD, today we are in terms of per capita income we are not doing so well. So our per capita income is lesser than the national per capita income. So when we were designing this Vision 2030 and looking at the next 10 years of the state, so how does this state, how do we improve our per capita GDP? Again, some people, may have a debate on whether per capita GDP is the measure of progress and all, but I think if we want one coarse measure of progress, of course per capita GDP is a reliable and good metric for progress. So if that is the measure, now how are we going to improve that? So how are we going to improve? A second measure which is much more holistic is our SDGs. So on SDG performance and on per capita GDP performance, how do we become one of the best states in the country? This has been our vision for the last 3-4 years since I think this government started articulating its vision of where the state should be. So from where we are today in 2020, we are celebrated, now we are 2022, but this vision was articulated in 2020. So in 2022 is 50 years of statehood. So maybe when we celebrate 60 years of statehood, can Meghalaya become from a 5 billion GDP? It's very hard to a 30 billion. Can we become that? Can we become one of the top 10 states in the country in the performance of SDGs and in GDP per capita?